Hi and welcome back to Star Conflict Tutorials. Today we'll tell you about the in-game corporations and Dreadnoughts. The game has a multitude of various corporations, in other words clans, that are eager to recruit new players into their ranks, as long as these players can be active and contributing members. Nobody wants absent players, since the clans have a limit on members. But if you're ready to give it your all and join a corporation, then you will enter a whole new world. A world that always has someone to fly PvE, PvP, special missions, or tournaments in a wing with you. Here, you'll also be able to participate in sector wars, not to mention that it is much easier to assemble a team for a league with a corporation in tow. You can find a suitable corporation in a special corporation window. In it, you will see a list of clans currently recruiting, or you can try your luck in the game chat. Another good way is to show off your skills in battle. Try and end your games consistently on the top of the leaderboard and you will be getting corporation invites in no time. You can also create your own clan. All you need to do is come up with a suitable name for it and spend 3000 galactic standards, the game's premium currency. Corporation Leader has some really neat abilities, such as changing the corporation's name, tag, emblem, message of the day, and clan description. The leader can also invite new players and expand his corporation to recruit even more players. The leader will also get access to the shipyard, from which the corporation's very own dreadnought can be assembled, such as Maelstrom, the Empire's dreadnought with experimental rapid-firing guns; Nemesis, the Jericho's dreadnought with improved shields, which allow it to absorb more punishment before they collapse. Finally, the Liberator, the Federation's dreadnought equipped with powerful drones. Okay, let's assume you have made your selection. Now you will need to gather Iridium, the resource which will later be used to construct your dreadnought. It will take a lot of Iridium, so you might want to have the entire corporation fleet gather it together. There's a special button in the corporation window called Deposit, which can be used to deposit and combine all the gathered Iridium in one place to later direct it towards the dreadnought's construction. Well, looks like we have got all the required resources. The first stage of construction starts now, the first of 4 at least. Stage 1, build a dock. Stage 2, install a warp engine. Stage 3, install control system. Stage 4, install guns. Be patient because it will take a while to build such a humongous ship. Right, we've just finished putting last nuts and bolts in place and our flagship is ready for launch. At this stage you can install equipment and guns on it, just like with any other ship. The Dreadnoughts have 3 important modules. First, shield booster. Second, main gun booster. Third, command tower. You can also install 4 small gun turrets, torpedo launcher, and a bomb rack. Finally, your Dreadnought is complete and is now ready for a fight. In order to participate in corporate warfare, you will have to stake a claim upon a galactic sector. The battles for these sectors occur at a precise time, so make sure your corporation can amass enough players at the given time first. Be aware that only rank 7 ships or above are allowed to fight these battles. Think about your tactics before battle. Trust me, there will be plenty of opportunities to show your tactical skills here. You can outfit your covered-up ships with nukes, which can destroy important modules of the enemy's dreadnought, or have your fleet take more gunship fighters to whittle down the enemy's escort. You can also build your defense around a fleet of long-range frigates, which can then engage the enemy flagship and its support craft from a safe range. Try them all and come up with your own moves. Whatever tactic you choose, you will still need at least one long-range frigate equipped with a disintegrator. This weapon can take out torpedoes, which will inevitably be launched in great numbers against your dreadnought. Should you ignore them, and the battle will be over before you know it, and not in your favor. So if you see a wave of enemy torpedoes going your way, make sure to notify your team about it, so they can take counteraction. Don't forget about your engineers either, as these handy craftsmen will surely come in handy in any team build. In battle, the dreadnoughts fly parallel to each other at a considerable distance. In order to be effective, they will require a good radar. The effective range of your systems can be improved by installing an enhanced scanner onto one of your craft. Put it on your long-range frigate or recon interceptor, and voila! Your team will see the entire battlefield like the palms of their hands. Don't forget about the Federation's second implant, Albatross Neurocontroller, which can effectively double your radar range. If you bet on covered-up ships with tactical warheads, then go for Alpha Inhibitor RR-25 instead. Well, now that the ships and pilots are prepared, it's time to fight. The first thing you'll notice is that all the objects on the map are moving. The dreadnoughts are flying parallel to each other at a slow pace. Here's another tip. At the top of the screen, you can find the condition indicator of your Dreadnought and your fleet points, which will dwindle if your drones or pilots get shot down, as well as when your Dreadnought's modules are destroyed or vital points in the map are captured by the enemy. The Federation's Dreadnought, due to its rugged construction, has a couple hundred points more than the Dreadnoughts of other factions, so don't be surprised. The pilots of both teams enter the battlefield via one of the Dreadnought's launch bays. Keep in mind that factions have launch bays positioned differently on their Dreadnoughts. For example, the Jericho's Dreadnought has them in its bow, while the Federation has its launch base amidship. The Dreadnought can also launch heavy combat drones, which will travel directly towards the enemy flagship. They will also attack all enemies on their path. These drones have their hulls about as tough as guard frigates, but the Federation's drones get even tougher hulls and slightly more powerful guns. Throughout battle, the Dreadnoughts will exchange powerful broadsides from the large and medium caliber weapons. Should you be hit by its main caliber, well, you will be as good as done, even if you're hit by your own flagship's salvo. Another major threat to you in combat is the propulsion of your Dreadnought's engines. If you get anywhere close to that fire, you will melt down instantly. Early in battle, you will do best to avoid getting headlong into the fray. The Dreadnought's key modules are defended by turrets. To deal with those, you will need a solid wing of nuke-toting covert-op ships, or a good long-range frigate which can tackle the turrets at range. Just keep in mind that the turrets are located along the top and the bottom of the ship. Total destruction of turrets, which will surely be opposed by the enemy fleet, might take the length of the entire battle, so you should concentrate on one of the enemy's modules, taking down its defenses first. So, what target should you choose? That depends on the faction of the enemy flagship. If you're going up against the Empire, aim for the weapon cooler. If you're fighting Jericho, attack the shield emitter. If you're battling the Federation, go for the command tower. Once the command tower is down, the Dreadnought will no longer send out its drones to battle. Moreover, the enemy team will lose more points for the tower than for any other module they failed to protect. But don't be in a rush to attack it first. If you have all your key modules intact, you will do well to attack the most important faction module first and then switch to defense. The Dreadnought equipped with a bomb rack will, from time to time, drop a bomb that can be delivered to one of the key modules of the enemy flagship. The task of carrying the said bomb is best trusted to one of your interceptors, which has more than one universal module installed. Planting of the bomb should be made during an all-out assault. Even if your interceptor cannot slip in unnoticed, it will surely weaken the enemy defenses seriously, since the enemy is bound to direct a decent amount of its firepower to tackle your bomb carrier. But if the interceptor can sneak in, then it's time to celebrate. Not only the bomb will seriously harm one of the modules, it will also seriously whittle down the enemy fleet points. As soon as the enemy fleet points reach 0, the enemy Dreadnought will have to fall back and winning team will get loyalty points with its chosen faction and also will be able to continue fighting for the sector in the future. But this time, you will not be fighting the former masters of the sector, but new contestants for your newly acquired domain, which now wants to seize your future property. You will be earning loyalty points for each victory. Once there are no enemy contestants left, the sector will become fully yours. From that point on, all pilots of your corporation will get extra rewards from PvP and tournament battles held in this sector. This is it for this episode. See you in space.